Deborah LeeAnn here, and authentic leadership and conscious conversations around authentic leadership are my gig. It's my passion, and I am constantly amazed at how much I want to read and learn and absorb around the topics of what it means to be a woman or a man living in these days and times of so much misunderstanding and crossed wires in communications and old and disrespectful ways of treating each other and thinking about each other and creating scenarios where we are continuously doing this power over thing. And it's not served us. It's not served us as women. It's not served us as men. And the only way that we're going to heal what's going on in our community, in our countries, on our planet is when we all come together. It starts with each one of us handling the inner dynamics of where our masculine and feminine aspects, traits, values, and our energy, how they come together and how they play together. And if we are having an inner civil war around, I don't want to be that, or I'm trying not to be so much of this, or I can't share that or be authentic around that because that's not appropriate or professional, or if we're truly honoring our inner dialogue, our inner dynamics of coming to peace and coming from a higher place of relating between our masculine and feminine, it's a whole different ballgame. And I remember being in energy space once and seeing a woman and a man literally with their backs against each other, one looking over the shoulder at the other, and they both had their arms crossed, and there was this, I am not turning around to face you. I don't want to play with you. I don't want to work with you. And I surely do not want to dance with you. And there was a fight between the feminine aspects of me, which I was just learning to embrace and fall in love with, and the masculine, my old way of being visionary and creative and doing big work and being loud and being so masculine in my efforts that I totally had drowned out my feminine. So both of them were feeling unheard, disrespected, like there was no space for the other one to operate. And when they were both in this not talking to each other place, it was really hard for me to go about my day-to-day life. I felt like I would be there way over on one side, being receptive and in my meditation space and allowing things to be, or I was way over in the doing. And I couldn't find the right balance for me. And it was really coming down to learning how to read my body. And now I'm getting there. So what I'm learning now is when I'm looking for inspiration to go forward and write or create these recordings or put together a video or to do my workshops, I'm being drawn and trusting that I'm being drawn to the right inspiration. So I'm in the middle of 4 books right now, and they each offer me a different perspective. And I know when it's time to write after reading and when it's time to write before reading. And there's a difference because when I hear so much of everybody else's messages in the world, what their view of the world is, it's hard for me to hear what my own voice is. This is key. So I want to honor, I have so much wisdom already and life experiences and rich depth of knowledge around so many topics when it comes to feminine and masculine and leadership and how to authentically show up in the world with presence, that I'm learning that when I follow my body wisdom, my gut wisdom, which today was no, get off Facebook, don't look at LinkedIn, don't read that or watch that video or pick up your books today. Today is about creating. It's about sharing from my heart, sharing what I already know. And this is a big leap of faith for me because I always feel like I need to be more credible and be able to share with you, oh, in reading this book, I've learned this. In following the teachings of Rachel Jane Groover, who I love, by the way, I've learned this. And in reading The Shakti Leadership by Raj Sisodia, and I forget the woman's name that he co-wrote it with, by reading Everybody Matters with Raj and Bob, the Barry Way Miller guy. His name escapes me right now. So every time I'm reading these beautiful books and they're saying things so beautifully and eloquently and they touch my heart and soul, and I know that this is a truth that I want to share with the world, first what I do is I let it go in and I let myself absorb it, integrate it, add my additional wealth of experience and knowledge. And a few weeks later, it's ready to bubble up and come back out with my interpretation, my voice, my view added to this other information. And today was a perfect example. Today I picked up all these books. I headed downstairs after my meditation and I sat with them. I did a little journaling and I was ready to go. But then I started answering emails. I had a really interesting phone call with a colleague who I might do some collaborative work with this year. Which then prompted me to watch some of her videos and to dive into her view of the world. Then I was on Facebook. Then I started on some LinkedIn stuff. And what I ended up doing is getting way off from where the direction I had planned for myself today. This is my content creation time. And what was I doing? I was reading everybody else's content. So what I'm asking you to do is to challenge yourself before thinking that you don't have wisdom to share, before feeling like you're not quite ready to go out in the world and make a difference. Look at what you already do know. Listen to your inner voice. And sure as shootin', listen to your body. Because what ended up happening for me today is I ended up with a huge bellyache. And I never have stomach troubles. That's not my thing. I'm kind of more of a headache person because I get in my head so much, I think. And yet what was going on is I felt my stomach cramping up as I'm digesting all of this new stuff that wants to come through. And I don't want to give it to you undigested. So I'm going to just let it settle. Let it find its way into my body wisdom, my heart wisdom, my intellectual wisdom. And then when it's ready, my soul wisdom will be wrapped around that. And when I exhale and share, it will be ready for prime time, ready to be shared, ready to be given as a gift to the world in this form or in a video form or in a speaking engagement or in my workshop on Friday. Not sure where it'll all come out, but I trust and I have faith in myself now and in how I learn and how I inhale all of this information that's coming to me and how I exhale it with my own magic woven through it. So every inhale of carbon dioxide, and I'm exhaling it with my own version of oxygen to feed the plants around me, to share with friends around me, to love more in my unique way, to show up with my posts on Facebook and LinkedIn, my blogs, and everywhere I'm choosing, and create the ripples that will come from my being here in the world. Because until we learn that we have value inherently, we are already filled with all the value that we need to be who we are and to make a difference on the world. Until we really, really get that, others can't hear us. They can't see us, and our presence is diminished. It's only when we really, really step into our value and really know that we are more than enough already that we can make a difference. That just by smiling at someone, it will totally shift their life when we bring all of ourselves forward. That when we reach out in this place of knowing that we're already valuable, people can relate. The messages are transferred and received. And if it's something that resonates with that other person, they're going to want to be a part of it. They're going to want to join this group. They're going to want to come to my workshops. They're going to want to be my friend or my next lover. And why do I play the small game and not attract the best and highest that I want for myself? And I'm asking you to think of that same question. Where are you playing small? Where are you hiding all of you or a part of you so that we can't see it? Because that is the biggest key to shining with authenticity and grace and power, is when you are in your power, truly honoring and loving who you are and knowing the value that you have just by being you. And with that, I exhale and share this with you today. May you find whatever words of wisdom resonate with you. And if it's something you want to share with another, feel free to do so. I send you all that I have in this moment and wish you all the best in shining your brightest. Till our next time together, take excellent care of you.